Hi my loves, welcome back to Trend Talks and thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Miral guys, and as you can see we are at 5.7 subscribers. So that means I need 300 more of you and we hit our target, which is 6,000 subscribers. So kindly spread the word for me guys. I cannot do this without you. I love you and I appreciate you. So please tell a friend to come support an amazing community that's pro Harry and Meghan. Okay, spread the word. Anyway guys, let's get to business. I told you Meghan's appearance, making her comeback to Paris Fashion Week in Balenciaga, broke the internet. And to prove it to you, she's still the talk. Like, she's still creating so much buzz on the internet. The UK media, other media tabloids are literally talking about Meghan. And of course, the Scotties and people who are pro Harry and Meghan, everyone who just loves Meghan is still just swooning and gushing over how amazing she looked. Like, you just keep looking at her pictures, especially the Getty Images pictures where they look so good. Mind you, they're not edited, they're not photoshopped. That's raw. That is just Meghan, and she looks divine. Her face card is lethal. I've told you guys a million times. So she is the talk. She is the moment. And like I said, this week, it's all eyes on her and Fashion Week and everything. We are not going to stop talking about Meghan. And honestly, I love it for my girl. So the UK media is still just, in a meltdown. They're scrambling, they're in panic. Meghan reclaiming back her power, just minding her business, living her best life. They hate that they've lost control over her. They've lost the plot, the narrative, because Meghan is living her best life. She can travel wherever she wants, she can do. Now they're rattled that she's back in the fashion scenes, given that they constantly say she's irrelevant and popular, and then she goes to Paris and there's so much love. The paparazzi are going crazy. Everyone, the internet is just in a complete frenzy, and I love it for my girl. So she is still the talk. As I'm making this video, let me tell you, everything, the pictures, everything, there's still articles coming out about how amazing Meghan looks, and I love that for my girl. She's dominating headlines everywhere, like globally. I love it. And of course, they're going to be making an appearance again this week. Is it on Thursday for an award ceremony, the humanitarian award. And let me tell you, they're gonna break the internet again, and I'm super excited. Of course, I'll keep you guys posted. I got you. Okay, now in light of Meghan dominating headlines, guess who? Someone else decided to try to take the spotlight away from Meghan, and it backfired. It really backfired. This person thought if she makes an announcement that the UK media will go gushing like that, that will take the spotlight from Meghan, and all eyes on him, and it backfired. So when Meghan is dominating, trending everywhere, she's everywhere, William decides, hey, let me make an announcement that, wait, Earthshot is going to Rio. We're going to Brazil. And I know, I bet my life on this. Most of you had no idea about that. Like, I was on the internet while I was looking at what's happening, and people are like, wait, what? Earthshot is going to Rio? We did not know about that. Do you know why most people don't know about it, or you do not know about it? Because the UK media has ignored that. There's been a huge snap. They've snapped whatever is happening there. They're out here just in a meltdown, talking about Meghan, talking about Paris, oh, Princess Diana, this, oh, this and this. Meghan, oh, Meghan got this, oh, Balenciaga, oh, where to shop Meghan's outfit. What? And again, remember, this is the most popular royal. This is supposed to be the future king. And they literally snapped him. People are not even aware that Earthshot is going to Rio, unless the derangers are obsessed with them. But a majority of the people, just not even the internet, it's like, wait, it's going there? And this man decided to announce that at the peak of Meghan dominating headlines. And he thought what? That he can outshine Meghan, that he can upstage Meghan. And the UK media gave him a ton. It's like, oh no, you're not that important. That is not important. We want Meghan in Paris, in Fashion Week, in Balenciaga. That's what's important. That's what's selling papers. That's what's selling, giving us money. Your Earthshot, whatever, at flop, we don't care about it. So even his own minions, Rebecca English, they're not talking about it. They're literally not talking about it. It's like Meghan was this, Meghan did this, Meghan. He is so dumb to think that he can upstage Meghan at the peak of her dominating headlines. Everywhere, not just in the UK, literally everywhere. The world is gagging. The world is gasping because, over excitement that Meghan is back in the fashion scenes, and they want to see more, of her in fashion, like making a comeback in fashion industry. So William thought that Earthshot shit was going to work, and they're like, they gave him the back. It's like, no, not now. This is the wrong time. Not now. Sit back. And it's so pissed. So I was on the internet and I saw that, and I saw people literally making fun of him because first, he's a hypocrite. This is the man who's championing about climate change and let's protect the environment, but he is the biggest climate hypocrite, like climate criminal, if that's a word. He is the biggest one, and he has the biggest carbon footprint. This man flies his helicopters like taxis, flies private jets, whatever. And then they'll say, oh, Harry, you're the one who is a climate hypocrite. But the one who's supposed to be a brand ambassador for good environment and climate or whatever, protecting and everything. He's the biggest hypocrite. So people were also mocking him to the fullest. Again, ITV attempted to make that announcement, and in over 10 hours, it only had 6 comments. I think by now it's at 24 comments or whatever, and people are like, oh, this is supposed to be the most popular royal, and no one cares about news that's supposed to be huge. Anyway, guys, let me just show you some of the comments, okay? Let me get to the comments because that's the best part. So, you have Q says, a slum landlord and corn artist. SK says, that man told his subjects that he will be going to Brazil an hour, and 6 comments later, they ignored his announcement and they all got busy flocking each and every post about a private citizen who went to Paris to support her fashion contacts. Shanna says, I didn't even know he was going to Brazil or that there was an announcement. Coolback says, no matter what, palatial carpet will never ever be on the same elite level as Meghan and Harry and Diana before them. For that, you need authenticity and a true humanitarian heart, neither of which can be bought, copied, or stolen. Maluya says they have completely ignored him for the last 24 hours since he announced the Earthshot prize. I thought Charles and Camilla's followers were participating in a mute challenge against William. Lisa says, hey guys, be careful. Earthshot, Royal Family, and Victoria Beckham, they aren't an up and up charity. They will steal your content and use it to make money for them off. Be careful out there. These lazy pukes don't want to work. Simon says, why not do the meeting virtually if you are concerned about the climate? Don't fly into Brazil from all around the world. What is the carbon footprint of the event? This sets a poor example to the rest of us. Sin says, get a job, hypocrite, at Kensington Royal Earthshot. That is a picture of William, flying privately, in a private jet. Alpha says, globalist wanker. Meghan says, and you wanted to tell us that Meghan wanted Kitty Fashion's contacts, lol. And then there's a picture of Meghan at Paris Fashion Week. I knew people will flood that post with tons of pictures. And then Meghan again adds, we don't care. Gracie says, unbelievable. I can't quite believe you're wanking on about climate change at this moment in time. What's the point of you people anymore? You're utterly useless. Bloody Nate says, you need a different ambassador, one whose interest in the environment is believable. I 100% agree with this one. They need, because William is just performative and he's a hypocrite. His heart is not in it. This is just, his attempt to, compete with Harry's Invictus, literally, and it's still a flop. Grant says, oh, if we all had helicopters, paid for by somebody else, either the people, Great Britain, or the environment, apparently you lot of just got some new helicopters. I know, yet he is talking about making the environment good. Michelle says, William always manages to come across as insincere and unauthentic, desperate to compete against Harry, who oozes authenticity, graft, and sincerity. Very true. Supporting says, Earth flop. Hasn't it been cancelled due to lack of interest yet? It appears no. And guys, there you have it. No one, the video is not talking about William. They've ignored. They had very few comments, and they just posted it and went on with their lives. And clearly, that's a snap of the century. I mean, my girl is the moment. William, sit this one out. You cannot outshine. You cannot ever come close to Meghan and Harry. Just stop. I mean, we know he won't, because he's just in a delusional mind, like in a one-sided competition with Harry. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.